In America, you can assassinate a president, but whatever you do, never rob a bank in the West. I didn't believe that, so I decided to go for a big score. Faced with my threat, the old man pretended to be scared. He slowly crouched down, saying he was going to get the money, but the next second, I was terrified. By the time I came to my senses, the old man had already escaped through the back door. I hopped over the counter and looked down. There were 3 rifles mounted underneath. I quickly opened the drawer, grabbed all the cash and ran out. But just a few steps later, gunshots rang out behind me. I ducked behind a nearby well and pulled out my pistol. Then I peeked out to check the situation, but I saw the old man charging out wearing an iron pot as armor. I panicked instantly. I fired several shots, but they all hit the pot.
Headshot! Headshot!
When I woke up, I found myself sitting on my horse with a rope around my neck, tied to a tree. In front of me stood a group of bounty hunters.
Do you have anything to say before sentence is carried out?
Turns out I'd been sentenced to death for robbing the bank. Knowing I was in the wrong, I didn't resist. I just felt like I'd lost unfairly. The bounty hunters were about to finish me off, but suddenly a group of Native Americans rushed in. Their weapons were outdated, but with their numbers advantage, they quickly wiped out all the bounty hunters. Luckily, they had a clear sense of justice. They didn't lay a hand on me, but they didn't let me down either. I don't know how much time passed. My horse started getting hungry and began grazing on the dry grass below, but eventually it ate all the grass around it. As it kept reaching further out, I started to suffocate. Right when I was on the verge of death, I spotted a cattle herder in the distance. I screamed for help with everything I had. Thankfully, he heard me and rushed over just in time. But even in that critical moment, he couldn't resist showing off his shooting skills.
Hold still!
To repay him for saving my life, I joined him in herding cattle. But we hadn't gone far when a group of lawmen suddenly showed up. Strangely enough, the cattle herder took off running the moment he saw them. Before I could even react, I was arrested for cattle theft. Turns out all those cattle were stolen by that guy, and I became the fall guy. Just my luck. After all that, I ended up on the gallows again. The guy next to me was crying hysterically, but by this point, I had already made peace with it. I couldn't care less.
First time?
It wasn't my first time being hanged. I'd already been through worse ways to die. That's when I noticed a beautiful girl. I stared at her, completely mesmerized. She smiled back at me. I thought to myself, if I make it out alive, I'm definitely gonna marry her. But this time, Lady Luck wasn't on my side.